Whenever you see someone's insane glute transformation on the internet, do you sometimes ever wonder, like, am I ever even going to get there? How long is it going to take for me? And will it ever be even possible for me to get it? If you do think that, you are not alone, because I used to be in your shoes. I used to wonder how long it was going to take me to have this crazy transformation. But the good news is that you can do that too. If I can achieve it, you can as well. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you all the tactics and strategies that I use, the mindset shifts, as well as the gym and nutrition tips that I use in order to grow my glutes. Hello beautiful, Scarlett here. Welcome to the channel of Achieving Your Truest Potential in Life Inside Out. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you how I achieve my glute transformation, which is insane, and also a few spots for Grow Body and Mind, a 90-day transformation program that changes your mind, body, and soul as you grow your dream body. It is open, and if you are interested, stick around till the end of the video. Now, let's dive right into the 3 main tips and strategies on what I actually did in order to make that transformation happen. So now the most important key point when it comes to growing the glutes and transforming your body to have that hourglass look is to overcome and let go of that fear of becoming bulky. I know it completely makes sense, especially if you identify yourself as skinny fat, that just like how I was before, I would identify myself as that. I thought that if I lift weights, I was going to gain muscle. And with the fat that I have back then, I thought I was going to be adding muscle on top of fat, and therefore I was going to look bulky. And I thought I was going to look manly and, you know, one of those men who lift really heavy weights, but then they also look pretty chunky. So I was scared of getting that look. And because of that, my progress took longer than usual because I was scared of trying out weights. And instead, what I would do is just so much of cardio-based exercises like circuit training or explosive plyometrics training or just body weight movements, doing so many HIIT workouts. But what you have to know is what will actually make you bulky is actually eating a lot more than you need for gaining muscle, eating an excess amount of sugar, junk food, creams, fats, oils. And the truth is that when you gain muscle through lifting weights, what it actually happens is that you gain lean muscle mass. And that means even if you have the same amount of body weight as before, you actually will look leaner. Before, I had less amount of body fat. However, as I gain muscle, the definitions start showing. And when you have more muscle, your total body mass increases. And therefore, even if you have the same amount of body fat, your body fat percentage drops because your total body mass increases. So this mathematical thing wise is also true, but also from physiological perspective, when you gain more muscle, you look more toned, and it's also easier for you to burn the fat, burn off the excess calories, because when you are moving around, you're going to be expending more energy because muscle is a metabolically active tissue, and therefore it will help you toward making you look more toned and also growing that booty, of course. When it comes to growing the booty, another fear that I had was that I was scared of growing the quads and the hamstrings. But of course, this all depends on what your aesthetic look you prefer is. But actually from my experience, and if I have to share with you my real opinion, when you actually grow the quads and the hamstring, it sort of creates that look of like curvy lower body. In different booty poses, you know, when you do that, you appear curvier from all directions, not just from the back, looking at the back side, but also when you look at the front, you just have more of that hourglass body. So that's what I would suggest. If you also have stronger quads and stronger hamstrings, you know, if you have a strong body overall, it also helps you lift more, and you're able to lift more, and therefore you're able to grow more of the glutes as well. I would suggest you to not be shy when it comes to doing back workouts or chest workout, anything that we stigmatize as man workouts. but actually they will help you get that hourglass body and that illusion of having bigger glutes. And number 2 is taking the slow and gradual approach. It applies to both working out and also eating. When we want to grow the glutes, I know we can be really impatient at times. We just want to get there fast. So some mistakes that you may be doing, and also what I did was, of course, just trying to be getting stronger and lifting super heavy weights when the form isn't good yet. Because of that, it actually slowed down my overall progress because I was going through injuries and all that because I wasn't taking the slow and gradual approach. So what I would instead suggest is to make your workouts progressively harder. You can do this either through weights, going heavier and heavier over time, depending on how well you can do in terms of form, in terms of your reps. Overload through several other means. One of them is through time under tension. So that basically means the time when your muscle is contracting or lengthening, when the force is being exerted on it. So you want to increase that gradually over time. And one of the ways is to increase the volume that you do. That means the number of reps that you do in a workout. You don't want to be increasing to a lot of reps because you're going to be tired, but you want to be in between like 6 repetitions to 15 to 20. That should be the maximum. That's what I would say. So increasing the reps over time, but also the number of sets over time. I would suggest moving from like 3 sets to between 5 sets would be maximum. Unless you're a power lifter, we don't really want to do like so many sets because you're going to be like super tired. And also, of course, we want to maximize the number of exercises that you do in a workout. Having maximal exercises, doing a wide range of exercises mean you are targeting the muscles from several different angles and you're making sure that the aesthetic that you're shooting for is on point. And the other way is to incorporate tempo. So if you increase the time where your muscle is lengthening, that's also one way where you can make your workouts harder and harder over time, especially with eccentric training where you are increasing the time under tension during the lengthening period of the muscle. Your muscles are going to be more damaged, and that also could be another challenge for your muscles, which is what we want if our aim is for muscle growth / hypertrophy. The other ways are including isometrics, making your workouts more challenging with more advanced variation of the exercises, and changing up the exercises. So that's what I would suggest for continually seeing progress and not hitting a growth plateau if your goal is to grow muscle, grow your glutes. And as far as nutrition, what I would say is to increase gradually over time as well. So one of the most common mistakes in the fitness realm is people prescribing a certain calorie amount or a certain macronutrient amount for a specific goal. So let's say if your goal is to grow the glutes. I know there are influencers who just prescribe a meal plan, and there are meal plans that say, for bulking, for growing glutes, and they would prescribe a custom meal plan that is like 2,400 calories for you, for anyone who buys the meal plan. But the issue is that it might not work for you. Even though it might work for someone else, it might not work for you because you are different with someone else. Everyone is different in terms of like age, metabolic rate, your genetics, how much you have been eating before, your training history, and all that. We have so much different variables. But if you just use a specific custom created meal plan and a custom calorie count, if you just stick to it and if you just follow that rule of bulking, eating a lot, eating as much as you want, eating all the McDonald's, eating all fries, follow that certain plan, then your results are likely going to fail. Instead of growing glutes, what's going to happen is you're going to be gaining the fat, the cellulite. But what we want to do instead of following that custom meal plan or the custom calorie amount, gradually increase over time. So starting with the maintenance calories that you are consuming. So ask yourself, what is the amount that you have been consuming that is also keeping your weight stable, but you're also getting satiated and such. So find out the amount that you're consuming and you want to gradually increase from it. So I would suggest between around 5 to 10% of your calories, increase it, and the next time, maybe a few weeks after that, increase it a little more, 5 to 10% of the previous one. And of course, if you want to go on that increase, your increase can be higher at the start, and eventually you're going to like slow down even more as your training age progresses and as you go on a bulk. So that's what I would suggest, making your nutrition more gradual as well. Just as the workouts, it's so important that you are following that slow and steady approach. Number 3, that is super important when it comes to making progress in the gym. Of course, it's mindset. Mindset for success in almost anything. Like in the gym, I know it is with your glute workouts and all this progress that you're having. I know it's super easy to get discouraged, demotivated at times, and you feel unworthy of even the results. You might be thinking like, who am I to ever think that I am going to look like that? Especially when you are being inconsistent with your workouts. Maybe when you skip the gym for a day or two, maybe perhaps because you're not seeing results, it's easy to just give up so easily. Judge yourself for being demotivated, being inconsistent, and you're going to label yourself with several identities. You're going to be labeling yourself with identities like, I am not disciplined, I am not motivated, I am lazy, I am unworthy. You're going to have all those negative thoughts in your head. But what is important to know is that when you are judging yourself, it actually makes it harder for you to see progress. It's going to be creating a resistance on your journey. So whenever you are labeling yourself with an identity, that means you are attached to the current or the past reality, instead of evolving into a new person who is capable of achieving more, capable of achieving anything that you desire. So instead of that, you're going to be trapped in who you are right now. And when you over-identify with yourself, it is also going to be causing a form of suffering. And that is when your doubt comes in, when your fear and your anxiety on your fitness journey comes in. So what I would suggest to you is that along your fitness journey, I want you to create a new identity. Maybe make a vision for yourself. Maybe if you can draw, even if it's a stick figure, you can start drawing and you can visualize and see yourself as the woman that you want to be. The woman who had like giant glutes, if you want, who had that crazy hourglass body figure and who is smashing on her goals. You are who you identify yourself as. If you identify yourself as a fit girl, who has the glutes, who is living the life that she wants, then you're gonna able to show up as her more. You will show up as her instead of the you before who was discouraged and demotivated. So when you identify yourself as the new lady that you want, of your true potential, of your highest self, it's gonna make things so much easier for you. For your fitness journey, it is going to be the way that you think it's going to be. I'll repeat it again. Your fitness journey is going to be the way that you think it is going to be. So if you believe that your fitness journey is supposed to be hard and your fitness journey is supposed to be like all about hard work and competition with other goals, comparison, and just work all the time, and you're going to have to go through hard work in order to get the glutes that you want. But however, if you somehow switch the meaning into something like growing glutes is going to be fun, you're going to enjoy your time at the gym, and it's gonna be a very fulfilling journey, then you are able to stick to your routine more. You're able to stick to your workouts and your nutrition and all that more when you change your meaning behind it. So the most important thing of the mindset, I would say, are the meanings that you attach to things and also who you identify yourself with. And for me, it took me longer to grow glutes because I hadn't known all these points before, and it took me like 4 or 5 years. But the first year when I actually implemented these results, the first 6 months or first year was when I had like insane massive transformation, and then because of the transformation you're going to be trusting the process even more, and your growth journey is just going to be like continuing crazy over the span of your life. So yeah, if I have to recap, one thing is that it is so important that you are not scared of lifting weights. Have fun, enjoy the process of lifting weights, enjoy the process of becoming strong and feel strong inside out. And number two is to go slow and steady. Think of the long journey ahead instead of thinking that growing glutes is a race. Instead of a race, it's actually a marathon. It's not a certain destination, but instead growing glutes is a journey. Once you get into growing the glutes, you still have to work the gym. You still have to put in that time and effort in order to continue seeing the glute growth. Think of yourself as you are actually changing the identity of who you are, who you think you are. So identify yourself with someone who has big glutes, the glutes that you want, the round, peachy, big bum that you want. So yeah, these are my top 3 strategies. If you want further accountability, support, and even guidance, one-on-one guidance, then my Grow Body Mind 90-day transformation program is open for you, especially for high achieving, ambitious, entrepreneurial women who want to gain confidence through building that hourglass body figure, through that shape, through that building muscle, and then actually applying that confidence to achieve and further fulfill your dreams, whether it's in your life or your business. So that is what the 90-day program Grow Body Mind is for. So if you are interested and you want to apply to it, book a consultation call with me just to see if we are a right fit for each other. The link is in the description box. And of course, I hope you really enjoyed this video. And thank you so much for watching. Make sure you comment below, even if you just took away anything, like even if you just enjoy it, so that I know that these are actually helping you and I can make more videos like this. So yeah, thank you so much, beautiful, and I will see you on my next video.